Workers like these ones are involved in full-time salt mining at Lake Katwe. Most of them are paid lower than the rest of their colleagues. Many of them are workers who yearn for government's announcement of minimum wage because while some earn 5,000 shillings per day, others earn 10,000 shillings for a full day's work. At a recent International Labour Organization conference, Uganda was questioned about why it did not have a minimum wage.
We had a case, call it a case, before the Standards Committee of the International Labour Organization for not fixing a minimum wage.
The State Minister for Labour, Maurice Ochol, promised that government would have a minimum wage in place by mid-next year. According to him, the decision cannot be rushed, so a board will be established and this will be first scrutinized by Cabinet.
We shall present the paper to Cabinet and Cabinet will decide. Put in place a minimum wages advisory board. It is the board that will study the situation and advise government on whether it is appropriate to have a minimum wage, and if so, what form the minimum wage should take.
So the jubilation will have to wait till mid-next year and may well go ahead if the board sets the minimum wage. In fact, during the celebrations of Labor Day, Maurice Ochol said in May that the minimum wage could create complications in the economy.
If you fix a minimum wage, you are protecting those few who are employed. The question is, how about the vast majority who are not yet employed?
In May, President Museveni had asked Ugandans to stop lamenting about minimum wage and instead concentrate on addressing factors that can lower the cost of production. In his words, he said, while today's fewer jobs, an employee can sack you, but another person can accept to do the same job at a much lower salary. So, the best option is to have a lot of investors and increase the demand for jobs and the wage will rise. But Workers MP Arinaitrek Rakajara has a different view, as in his opinion, the minimum wage will increase productivity.
It will increase the purchasing power of the Ugandans, and therefore it will stimulate production of these factories and everything.
The Minimum Wage Board recommended that within industries and sectors such as cement, sugar and tea, the determination of wages was to be left to the already established machinery of voluntary collective bargaining. And basing on the outcome of the 1964 Minimum Wage Board, government in 1965 advised that undertakings in cotton, ginnery, mining, sawmills and oil, which employed over 50 persons, should pay a minimum blanket wage of at least 75,000 shillings. It emphasized that the union negotiations should lead in the matter of fixing wages. For now, a bill on the same is already in Parliament.
2013, I presented a bill and I was seeking for certificate of financial implication, whereby the Minister of Finance up to today is dilly-dallying about it.
Even though the workers' legislators and some representatives in the workers' organization think that the minimum wage should be set by next year, it's not yet a guarantee that Cabinet will pass this minimum wage. Maurice Ochol, NTV.